Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the StoatKrow Comedy Twitch channel. My name's Nigel Bravo. We're here in Krow Kourt, the only version of Court on a streaming platform service that is 100% accurate and is all about the facts. Suck it, Judge Judy. Judge Judy. Judy? Judge. Look, I don't know her name, but I'm into her. I'm joined here by guest lawyers Dan and Joe. How you guys doing tonight?
Good. How are you doing, Judge Krow?
Oh, look at me. I got old hair. I'm doing pretty well. Foxman Rocker redeemed Call Like a Crow, so I'm going to have to call. We're all going to have to call.
Yeah, this is Krow Kourt.
Yeah, Matt Wolf is an esteemed member of the jury. Really good Photoshop I did there. If anyone else would like to be Photoshopped into the jury for future episodes of Krow Kourt, hey, let me know. I'll pop you in.
That's a gifted sub.
No, I'll do it for free. Just send me a picture of your beautiful face. Okay, so Krow Kourt, here's how it works. I got a wheel. We're going to spin the fucking wheel to get a topic. You guys submitted all the topics in the Discord. You know, and if you got more ideas for Krow Kourt, go in the Discord and there's a channel. Post all your ideas there. But anyway, Joe and Dan are going to let the fates decide what they're arguing for and against. So, I think it's time to play the theme song, the intro video theme song, which might be the best thing I've ever written. Don't tell my brother I said that, but here we go. Krow Kourt, enjoy. Oh, fuck, the wheel's still up. Dude, this theme song's the best. Also, they can hear us talk over this. I know you, Dan and Joe, you guys can't hear the theme song right now, but it's a fucking banger.
Oh, I listened to it.
Amber Heard's about to come.
I actually made my supervisor listen to the theme song today.
Dude, nice. I spent so long to make this video look so bad, dude. That's the best part.
On purpose.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We did it. There was the intro for Krow Kourt. Hope you guys liked it. Man, Wolf tried to click on the ad. No, the ad is part of the video. That is by design. Okay, yeah, you know what? We got a good point. All rise. The dishonorable Nigel Bravo presiding. You may be seated. You may be seated. You may be seated.
Someone just walked in front of my apartment and they saw me do this shit. This is gonna be good.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the jury and / chat. We are gathered here tonight to ascertain the facts. To the very best of our ability, I ask you, leave your personal biases at home. Put them in a Ziploc baggie, throw that baggie in the trash. Use your mind. Use your brain meat. You know, decide based on the facts and this. Well, I guess you could also just based on which lawyer you like better. But, this is anything goes type of court. This is anything goes type of court. We did not pick the case yet. We're going to spin the wheel of topics soon. Matt Wolf says, is Dan wearing pants?
Define pants?
Pants?
Pants versus no pants.
That would be a good argument. You're gonna
have to speak to his lawyer.
Yeah. So
Joe's my lawyer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the wheel of all the topics you guys submitted in the Discord. And we're going to spin it. We're going to find out.
What's that thin blue line? Besides the
That's just that just separates the two purples there. I guess it's an odd number, so that's why. I tried to alternate between piss yellow and purple, but I think we got an odd number of choices.
I didn't know if it was just like something you didn't want to happen, like a one-on-one that Joe submitted.
Like, that's the rare instance where you guys just make fun of me the whole episode. No, okay, let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel. Krow Kourt is about to begin. Let's go.
Yeah, I already swore on the Bible, so I'm ready to go. Or some book, or whatever book I swore. You know, some people swear.
That was a big spin.
Looks like the first topic of the night is going to be an argument of Goosebumps versus Animorphs.
Now, is this Goosebumps the classic book series?
It's Goosebumps versus Animorphs. That's Dan will be arguing on behalf of Goosebumps. Joe has the task of arguing that Animorphs is better. Shabadad came up with this. That's true. All right, I'm gonna add this in the little verses thing. Guys, prepare your opening statements right now while I edit this text. I'm not good at typing, okay? The best I could do was, what was it, like 50 words a minute? Oh no, I moved the courtroom. Guys, this is the first episode. What do you expect? Goosebumps versus Animorphs. That looks pretty good. Should I make this bigger?
That's pretty good.
Oh, I made it too big.
That's what she said.
This is why I need a bailiff, you know? We don't have a bailiff. Maybe in the future we'll have a goddamn bailiff. Manwolf says both are bad for having spiders. Ooh. All right, Goosebumps versus Animorphs. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I once again ask you, leave your prejudice of spiders behind you. Leave it in the past. Think now, to the best of your ability, as if you had a plate full of waffles for breakfast, and the waffles have fueled your synapses and, lubricated your brain juice / brain meat. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's start with opening statements. Dan, for Goosebumps, are you prepared to make your opening statement?
I am, Your Honor. Thank you. My opening statement is clear, and I'm going with statistics. Goosebumps has 62 books, whereas Animorphs only has 54. It's just sheer numbers. Goosebumps is a childhood favorite. It's what got people into scary stories, or what got people out of them. But it was a nice bridge of the gap. I actually started watching Goosebumps on TV. Found it on, I think it was Netflix, maybe 9 months ago. Found it, started rewatching it because it's a timeless classic. Animorphs, forgot even existed. So,
okay, that was a lot. That was pretty well put together. Did you prepare for this? You might have prepared for this, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Wolf, I did turn the background piano music down. Let me know if this is still too loud. I could go lower, buddy. Oh, I'm the judge. Anything I say goes. I could go lower on that music. Let me know if it's too loud. All right. Sounds good. All right, Joe. Are you prepared to make your opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
In behest of Animorphs.
So everyone thinks Animorphs, it may be some type of joke series, but with this, you have child adolescents, these coming of age stories that turn into something way bigger than anything Goosebumps could ever be, which these kids end up getting powers from these 54 novels. They can transform into things like cheetahs, anything assorted to the animal kingdom. And with this, they end up becoming just children of war. They start fighting bigger things than they could even imagine, than it's just being this dumb school story, or that they're going through puberty, or they're dealing with some stupid parental issues. This becomes some type of war between the animals that can change and morph. And You can't get that with just some one-off horror stories that are just Twilight Zone imitations for little kids. And that's why I believe in Animorphs. It's a powerful series.
Powerful words from a powerful man. Joe, excellent opening statement. In fact, it was so good I forgot about Dan's opening statement. So job well done, Joe. Bonus lawyer points to you. Dan.
Yes.
In Joe's opening statement, he claimed Goosebumps is a Twilight Zone knockoff. Do you have a rebuttal for such a claim?
I do. I believe that it's not necessarily a Twilight Zone knockoff, but an homage to the Twilight Zone. It is bringing the Twilight Zone to a younger audience. The Twilight Zone has been remade, I think, 2 other times now, so a total of 3 instances of the Twilight Zone. There are, with the most recent one, I think, being in the early to mid 2000s. So I think that this was an introductory of the Twilight Zone to children. It gives those timeless classic scary stories across to the younger age. Like I said before, it introduces them to scary stories, introduces them to these, frightful things, but in the end they know that they are false. And I think that Animorphs itself, as Joe stated, it focuses on power, and it just creates a cycle of war and violence, and has that power dynamic that Goosebumps doesn't. Goosebumps are just timeless tales that are meant to be within good fun, not any power dynamic.
Timeless tales versus propensity in the cycle of violence. Joe, Animorphs, are they violent allegories? Like, do they perpetuate violence in our youth?
So you could argue that, but you could also go against that, where as you start in the beginning of the series, it's just these kids. It's just kids trying to figure out what's happening to them.
It's just kids.
It's just kids. You're right. And with that, they start to grow and understand their powers. I believe even some of them just run away. I mean, they just want to be animals forever. But with that, they have this continuity that you follow through what Dan had said, the 54 books, but they evolve and change, and some of them sacrifice themselves for others. And with that, it's not just a single tale, but it's this MCU universe, galactic, I wouldn't say galactic, but worldwide event of animals.
Hold on, order in the court. Galactic MCU? And also Shabba
The
Dad.
Animorphs is practically the MCU.
Big claim. Shabba Dad has a nice objection here. He says, if Animorphs promote violence, Goosebumps promote the occult. Dan, do the Goosebumps promote occult in the youth?
I don't think they promote the occult in the youth. I think they bring awareness of what not to do, what to look out for. If you see, some creepy person wearing a mask, or you put on a mask and you feel weird power, take it off, leave it off, sort of a deal. I think
Hold on.
It's about the kids.
Hold on. Order the court. Take it off, leave it. Take it off, leave it off. That sums up the Goosebumps. Continue on. Okay, I just wanted to make sure everyone
Absolutely.
got appreciated. Take it off, leave it off. You're wearing a mask
creepy
of power.
I don't want to be taken out of context. A creepy mask that makes you feel like you want to kill someone. It needs to be set up. Don't wear it multiple times and let it grow into your face. That's not what you should do. And I think that Goosebumps, really displays that, where Animorphs rewards, hunger for power, whereas Goosebumps is more of a cautionary sense, and say, hey, look out for these signs. They're doing you a favor in the long run by teaching kids what to look out for.
Okay, all right. So, we've settled it. Neither promote occult or violence. Maybe they're just stories being told.
Debatable.
Continue. Joe.
So, I'm going to say, with Animorphs, you have more than just this transformation from child to animal. It's more of an adolescent becoming an adult, becoming what they were meant to be. They evolve, they change, just like people evolve and change. And with that, it's way more than just the child war violence. You have the social aspect of how they deal with the powers, and grow into them. I mean, what do we do as adults? We grow into becoming what we're meant to be, or maybe what we're not meant to be. And how the hell did I even get here? You know, it's just like, it's wild, man.
You know what? As adults, we do often become animals. Sidebar, Joe. Will you come? Sidebar, Joe. Animorphs. If you could turn into an animal, what animal would you morph into?
Oh, absolutely. A raccoon. I love trash. I love scooping through trash. We play hobo. Raccoon.
Trash is pretty nice. Keegan says Animorphs is a story about heroism and courage. Dan, do you have an argument against that? So far, we've seen a pretty compelling case about the complexity of Animorphs,
I feel like Animorphs has a pseudo complexity. I think that it tries to masks its simplicity with changing, giving children the ability to shapeshift. I think that they are really kind of piggybacking off of Goosebumps itself, giving.
Whoa! Hold on! Order in the court!
Objection.
Piggybacking off of Goosebumps itself. Do you have an example of this piggybacking?
It's more so piggybacking off the success of Goosebumps showed how children, because that's the majority of Goosebumps were about the children, focused around the children being the focal point. They were shown to deal with adversity, whether they succumbed to it or they grew past it. And there were a rave, millions and millions of copies sold, and then Animorphs came around, on the coattails of what has already been a successful series of Goosebumps. So I think that they piggybacked off the success of what is childhood adversity.
Childhood adversity. What's more relatable than that? If we really think about it, what's more relatable than that? Foxman Rocker here, he says, I read Goosebumps in elementary school and Animorphs in middle school. Case closed.
Yeah, I mean, you could have read them because Goosebumps came out first. Sure, it was only by a year. But like I mentioned before, Goosebumps is what gets the creative juices flowing and interest into this sort of kind of a read and kind of a universe for children. Goosebumps is your gateway into this whole creativity. I mean, I also said that I went back and watched Goosebumps 9 months ago. So I'm not rewatching Animorphs.
Not rewatching Animorphs. Joe.
Your Honor. Your Honor.
Okay. Continue, Joe.
I have something to say about the.
An objection?
An objection.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay. Let's hear it.
With Goosebumps, I think R.L. Stein was way more than just a ghostwriter. This was not just one person. With Animorphs, I believe it was a collection of 2 to 3 people, and they were all accredited properly. R.L. Stein was just R.L. Stein. It was a person that didn't even exist.
You know what? I'll sustain that objection. I'll allow it. Because, Dan, what does the R or the L even stand for?
I don't think that you need to stand for anything. I mean, what about Mark Twain? His real name was Samuel Clemens. I mean, you can write under a pen name because that means it's kind of like Marshmallow. Like the music goes beyond the person. It's about creating. You don't want one person to set a definition on what they're creating.
Order in the
This
court.
way-
Order in the court. Hold on. Matt Wolf says restless leg is what R.L. Stein stands for. And you know what? He's got a good point. So, okay, guys. Are you guys ready for closing statements on this topic?
Yeah, sure.
Let's settle this case.
All right, guys, we're gonna settle this shortly. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, once again, when listening to these closing statements from these amazing, beautiful lawyers, they both got ties. One of them was wearing them with a hoodie. One of them was wearing with a suit. It's 2022. Look, when listening to these closing statements, I want you to think about the facts. Think about what they're saying. Follow the truth, because the truth and reason will prevail. Okay, Dan, are you prepared for your closing statement about Goosebumps?
Yes. I think that though my opposer made some valid statements, I still think the core of Animorphs is hidden behind a false complexity that just kind of piggybacked off of the success of Goosebumps itself. And Goosebumps itself, without that, there would be a lack of creativity with this sort of a genre with childhood stories. Along with that, I think that Goosebumps is more of a timeless, fun loving, in a sense, warning, cautionary tale for adversity for children, where Animorphs is a proponent for the perpetual circle of violence and power equals violence, and vice versa.
Honestly, that was pretty well put, Dan. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
My nipples are hard. That is unrelated.
So
I'll talk to you in my chambers after this. Joe, are you ready for your closing argument about Animorphs?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
All right, continue.
As we close, let it be known that while Goosebumps is this homage to a younger audience, as time goes on, as you get older, someone in the chat had brought up that Animorphs is this more mature tale. It is not just these timeless fables that Goosebumps has been made to be, but with Animorphs, although it is just a rule of cool to be in the beginning of, these kids can turn into different types of animals like bats or leopards or a bunch of other things. But
can you list the animals?
not at this time, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, continue.
But it wasn't just this piggybacking. Animorphs was this much more unique take, but also to get readers interested in what we call a longer epic tale. And that is what I will close with.
Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury/chat, I'm going to put up a poll right now. And when you vote in this poll, I want you guys to be honest with yourselves. Listen to your heart, soul. Listen to the facts. Maybe you don't like how Joe's wearing a tie with his hoodie. Don't let that sway you. We're gonna vote who wins. Goosebumps or Animorphs. I think we heard a lot of good arguments here today. I think it was well spoken by both these lawyers, and I think they deserve a little round of applause. Well done. We got the whole the bailiffs clapping for you guys. Just so you know. So vote now, chat, jury. Vote now in the poll. Who wins? Goosebumps, or Animorphs? Nimmo, welcome to Krow Kourt. This is Krow Kourt. It's a ridiculous show where I'm dressed like a judge. I got old hair, and I got two guest lawyers, and they're arguing about random topics that were suggested in the Discord. And we're having a real good time. So everyone get your votes in now. Keegan says Animorphs can turn into literally any animal the kid touches and absorbs the DNA of. And then they have a bank of DNA they could use to morph into at any time. Dude, Animorphs are cooler than I remembered.
If I told you I never read any of them.
Whoa! Whoa!
You tell
my
people
God.
after they're done voting.
It's morphin' time. Oh my God! And I think we have a winner here. It looks like Animorphs won. Joe, congratulations. Dan, I hate to do it, but you're in jail, pal. We're gonna have to send you to jail. We're gonna have to lock you up. Everyone, send your copies of Animorphs to Joe's house, and he'll sign them for you.
No, I won't.
Shabadab wasn't allowed to read Goosebumps because of the set occult. Interesting. That's a crazy school. Won't let you read Goosebumps? That's wild. Matt Wolf says this is the first time I've felt sad for Dan. Dirtman Jim, oh, thank you for the resub, dude. Welcome to Krow Kourt, the most ridiculous show I've created. Guys,
Cling,
this
cling,
is pretty
cling.
fun. This is pretty
Cling,
fun. Dan's holding on to those bars. You know, he might be able to get out if he exchanges a couple of favors with the guards. You know, it's a sort of don't worry about it situation. Keegan says, Joe, he's going to send you some Animorphs so you can actually read them and beat anyone in court.
Oh, I'll read the cliff notes first.
All right. Well, let's let Dan out of jail. Let's let him out of jail. Do you guys want to argue a new topic? You guys did good.
Thank you.
Before we go to that, how about we play the theme song again? How about that?
I like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next case is about to begin. Hey, that went pretty good.
Not bad. For not knowing anything.
You never even read Animorphs?
No, I only from only looking at the covers.
Yeah, I just watched
The covers were pretty trippy on Animorphs.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't bring that up.
Yeah.
They like holographic
All of
foil.
Joe's stats came from my database.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta bounce off people.
And you even used the stats the wrong. You said longer written. It was less. And it started afterwards. No wonder people.
No, longer
read it
written
later
meaning
and
like it's continuous. It's not one story.
And you said it's timeless. You said Goosebumps was timeless. That would mean it would be good till you're 50.
I was using your words from what notes I've made. Oh.
Yeah,
The debate still continues.
Yeah, we were talking over the. They could hear everything we said over that intro music, guys.
Oh, I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the wheel of topics back up. Where's my wheel?
Come on, Bob Barker. Whoever the hell that is.
Law and Order, yeah. Dirtman Jim, that song, I made a Law and Order type theme song for that. It might be my favorite thing I ever wrote. Don't tell my brother.
Can you, when you spin the wheel, can you pretend to, like, spin it as you spin it?
Okay, hold on.
There we go. All right, you got it.
All right, I'm going to spin the wheel, chat. We're going to find the next topic of Krow Kourt.
I hope it spins the wrong way. Oh, it does. Okay, it doesn't.
Did that work?
That would have been embarrassing.
It looked good until it slows
yeah.
down. We'll see if it's the wrong way or not.
Oh, it is the wrong way, I think.
Eminem versus Dr. Dre.
Oh my.
Dan will be arguing on behalf of Eminem.
I definitely wrote this.
And Joe will be arguing on behalf of Dr. Dre. Keegan redeemed Call Like a Crow.
Call!
Call, baby,
bold
call.
strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
All right. Joe, Dan, prepare your opening statements as I change the text to the new argument. Eminem. Did I spell that right? It doesn't look like I spell it right, but it is technically right.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts. Let's get nuts. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an interesting one. I also had the background piano music playing over the intro. That's, whoops. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? This sometimes happens. All right. So, once again, we got a topic here, and Dan and Joe are going to argue which one's better. And the jury / chat gets to decide at the end of the closing statements. I'm going to put up another poll. You guys get to vote, cast your votes, and decide who wins. The losing lawyer will be thrown in jail, where they will face eternal shame and lose all of their points. Right, Dan?
Absolutely. I hope not.
All right. Are you guys ready to make your opening statements?
Yes, Your Honor. Are we alternating? Or are we?
We can alternate.
We can start with Joe this
Let's
time.
do it.
Yeah. Joe.
All right, the floor is mine. Thank you, Your Honor. To start.
Hold on. Objection. Joe, can I just say, this is a good objection. You're going to like this objection. I appreciate that you call me Your Honor every time, and it is probably why you won the first case. So, continue.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. To start, Dr. Dre wasn't always just a doctor. He started out in NWA. Now, he was a member of NWA. Everyone may remember, but he, from a very young age, knew about the rap game, as well as everything that was created after the fact, including all the influences with Eminem. To note that, Dr. Dre is even better, he's ascended past just NWA with the solo debut of what's called the Chronic album, and that was just the gangster funk rap style. Now, a lot of people may not listen to this, but Dr. Dre was creating a lot of different type of rap way before Eminem was probably even born. So we're gonna leave it at that for now.
We're going to leave it with that. We got an objection from Dirtman Jim. He says conjecture. But you know what? Sustained, I will allow it. The conjecture is not unfounded. Dan, are you prepared for your opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are you on behest of Eminem?
So, Eminem just... Let's go back to the stats. I like to keep it plain and simple.
Let's go back to the stats,
Let's go back
baby.
to the stats. If I could pull a chalkboard up, I would. I'm a big fan of the old school chalkboard. Eminem, though discovered per se by Dr. Dre.
Hold on a second. Objection. Not to do with you, Dan. Shabadab says in opening statements you're allowed to say whatever you want. Shabadab, you know how many times I've been to court? More than I would ever have wanted to be. And I'll leave it at that. I think I got the experience. I've never been a judge before, but I think I look pretty good as judge. Dan, continue. Continue, Dan.
Eminem, in less time professionally rapping than Dr. Dre, has won 15 Grammys, 17 Billboard Music Awards, 1 BET Hip Hop Award, American Music Awards. He has won 8 of them, and MTV Video Music Awards has won 14. Where Dr. Dre has won 6 Grammys, 0 Billboard Music Awards, 0 BET Awards, 1 BET Hip Hop Awards, 0 American Music Awards, and only 2 MTV Video Music Awards. It's the numbers just are completely one-sided in less time professionally rapping. And to go with my, opposer, he said he was thinking of stuff before Eminem was even born. They're only, I think, 8 years apart, 9 years apart in age, so they're very comparable. I think that the statistics speak for itself in the quality and quantity of the awards that he's gotten.
There's a lot of objections in chat, but it's mostly about dry erase boards, which
What?
overruled. Dan, I am going to allow into evidence your stats that you have provided because just off the top of my head, those stats sound right. It sounds like all those awards were, you had the right numbers, you had the right award ceremonies, and, I'm a pretty big rap head, so I think I would know if those stats were off. And to me, they didn't feel off, so I'm going to allow that into evidence.
Thank you.
Joe, do you have a rebuttal for the lack of awards? Dr. Dre
I do.
Okay. Well, let's hear it.
So you could say that although Dr. Dre has no substantial awards, but you could say that he had launched multiple careers, not just Eminem, but other people like Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige, a bunch of other people that
MJB? Mary J. Blige?
MJB, the big MJB, and even 50 Cent. And there's all kinds of different work that he's done in the industry to create these Grammy or other award-winning albums. I mean, I don't know if it's setting down the groundwork for them, but it might have been just being able to have the earworm in the studio to be like, oh, that's going to be a hit on the radio, or that might take over the East Coast.
You raise a good point because producers probably
don't get a lot of credit.
They
should
get a lot of royalties, honestly.
Right.
They write most of these songs. Let's be honest here. Look, I play bass. Everyone knows I play bass. And you think I write any of my bass parts? No, the producer does. All right, continue, Joe. Continue.
But then, again, I would say I think it was on a per chance thing that he had met with Eminem. I don't know if it was a documentary or something that I had watched, but he was like, oh, this guy can rap. But from Dr. Dre's point of view, it might have been some bigger incentive where it's like, oh, we could get this guy into the game even further than what I was.
I believe I did see that documentary. It's called 8 Mile. Continue, Joe.
It's not the Green Mile, but it's the 8 Mile. Yeah.
It's the sequel to the Green Mile.
But I would say even from behind the curtain, he has earned himself more than what any award could ever earn a person. And that is my rebuttal.
Awards maybe aren't everything. It's something to think about, that's for sure, Joe. Nicely put. Dan.
Yes.
You're representing Eminem in this case.
I am.
Continue.
So, my colleague here said that, Dre discovered, all of these rappers. And, that may be true. But, Steve Kerr is a great coach. Was he the best player on the Bulls?
Yes.
No, Michael Jordan
no.
made him the better player. Scottie Pippen made him the better player. You can be good, not necessarily great, good at what you do, but then be better at something else in a related field. Brad Stevens, he's not going to play in the NBA. He's a short, unathletic
I thought we were talking
individual.
about music.
Hold on.
We're talking about music.
Hold on.
We're talking about
Objection.
music,
Joe objects here. We are not talking about basketball. I'm going to have to I'll sustain the. Now I'm confused which one means what. I'm siding with Joe here. Cut the basketball talk, Dan. Get back to the rap.
Whereas Dre might have been good at discovering and producing, when it comes to the quality of product of individual v individual in the rap game, I think that it's a clear no contest that Eminem is by far the better rapper individually as only a rapper, whereas Dr. Dre maybe a more versatile individual in the industry. We're talking about rapper versus rapper. And Joe also stated that, you know, a lot of the times the producers are writing the lyrics. I mean, I think from the documentary that Joe mentioned itself, 8 Mile,
8
not the
Mile.
Green Mile, that Eminem made it very clear that he writes his own lyrics. He writes his own material that comes from his experiences through life. So
That's true. Like when Michael Shannon was banging Eminem's mom in 8 Mile, like he made a whole rap about it. He was like, "Oh my God, this really good actor, keeps banging my mom, and I
I'm
don't
gonna
like
puke
it.
up this spaghetti.
Yeah, that's why her spaghetti tastes bad, because she's been busy banging at Michael Shannon instead of cooking the spaghetti good. Now the spaghetti's bad. My stomach's upsetty." He throws it up before his show, you know? And he still raps, even though he threw up the spaghetti. That's a good point. Continue, Dan.
And to go off of what you just said, was a great point. Thank you, Judge. Was, you know, he fought through the adversity of the upset tummy and the vomiting of the spaghetti. He rapped through the pain, and he won the rap battle. But in the documentary, I mean, he does his own thing.
Oh, hold on. We got an objection here from Castro.
Absolutely.
Castro says his mom makes better spaghetti.
I can either say yes or no. I've tried neither, but I won't discredit Castro's word.
We're gonna overrule it because that's hearsay, Castro. That's hearsay.
Yeah. You would have to deliver the spaghetti
You'd have
to
to
our house,
send.
and
You'd
we can
have
debate
to.
about it.
You'd have to produce the spaghetti into evidence, Castro. Tell your mom, get the spaghetti into
Make a
evidence, and then we'll talk about it.
Ship them.
I would be happy to try.
Also, Papa Greg says Joe looks top notch, 15 out of 10. He's not wrong. And
He's not.
It's a new style. It's a new style.
Shabadab says Dan is 15 out of 10 white. Also,
I mean,
also true. Also true.
Also very true. Thank you.
Okay, Dan, do you have any more to say on this subject matter? Or would you like to defer over to Joe?
I just want to close out this with Joe, to go back to Joe's point of, you know, Dr. Dre, discovering all of these people and trying to gain his fame off of that. He's only as famous as the people made him. I mean, he sure noticed them, but he wasn't putting in all the hard work that Eminem was, that 50 Cent was. All of these individuals are putting in the hard work, and it was an investment. Sure, he did the smart thing, he found them, but these individuals made the investment in themselves, and they put in the hard work and show that they're the better individual rapper.
Joe, Dan's said a lot of stuff here. He said probably most importantly, he's mentioned that Eminem is the better rapper than Dre. Do you have a rebuttal to that claim?
Not exactly, but if we go down in history, let's go
down, baby.
Let's say we move
Objection. I would like to say I applaud his honesty.
Sustain. Your honesty is welcome and refreshing in a court of law. Most courts are full of hog shit, dog shit, bullshit, but this Krow Kourt is full of truths and honesty. So continue, Joe.
From the standpoint of a nostalgic man like myself, imagine if you remove Dr. Dre from history. Eminem would most likely never or not exist. He may have risen to
Objection.
Okay.
Leading. I mean, Eminem, we saw put in hard work in 8 Mile. I think that, I mean, he would have made it.
I think your objection should have been conjecture, or speculation, but I'm going to overrule it. Joe, move past that point. We're not going to speculate whether or not he existed or not, because he does exist, and this courtroom is about facts, baby. And Foxman Rocker brings up a good point. He says, Joe, bring up the headphones.
I mean, just from that, I mean, he, not just music, but from a business standpoint, I believe he even tried to launch not just headphones, but also go in on Tidal as well.
Objection. I think we're talking about rapper v rapper, not the wide brand that he has created.
So hold on, guys. Hold on. Does overruled mean I side with the objection?
I think sustain means you.
Sustain means the objection is right?
Yeah.
I'm mixed up. I'm all mixed up.
Are you going for the home team or the away team?
Okay, hold on. Objection. Overruled. We're gonna allow Joe to talk about Dr. Dre's business aspects. Continue, Joe.
So more than just the music Dre and Eminem had created together, but Dre had other visions of making some of the best noise-canceling headphones. Some people may use them, and then that's also a debate in itself. But from Beats by Dre, how can you get a bigger name to launch your product, except for Dr. Dre, and introducing another streaming service that's other things besides iTunes or Spotify, where it's Tidal. And with that, let's turn the clock back one more time, but to 2011. You may have remembered the Grammy performance of "I Need a Doctor" when Dr. Dre showed up on the stage and everyone was losing their shit. And
I remember.
Eminem needed that doctor.
Oh, he's written down, "I need a doctor."
Eminem needed it.
That's a good point.
It was like a prescription drug for Eminem. And Dre, although he is not a PhD doctor, he is what brought him into the music industry.
I will allow calling him a doctor because, while he does not have a medical degree, he did complete his street thesis, and he got his doctorate in the streets. That would be the name of my
Compton.
That would be the name of my rap album, Street Thesis, and I'd be like a graduate, like I graduated. Anyway, let's hold on. Dr. Dre's headphones should be a different topic for a different argument. Dan, Dr.
Yes.
Dre has made a lot of money.
He has.
Bring up the net worth. Come on, Dan. Net worth.
If you want to submit the net worth into evidence, I will allow it.
I want more. So, if he's gonna bring in,
I bet it's Eminem that has more net worth, though.
Yeah, this is gonna backfire.
Yeah.
If he wants to bring in the headphones, there's off the top of my head, you can think of JBL, Bose, Sony. There's so many headphones that are cheaper and better quality than Beats by Dre. They're too many to list. That it's honestly a con against Dr. Dre by putting something out there that's so much money and not high quality, and saying that they are. I think that also, to go along with the "I need a doctor," individuals need doctors. They need help along the way. But that me visiting the doctor doesn't make me, a better person than somebody else. Yes, I needed the help. Yes, I got some assistance. But they didn't decide my work ethic. They didn't decide, my creativity. They didn't decide, me going against the grain and fighting for what I think I deserve.
Dan has a good point. I dated someone who became a doctor. Total piece of shit. Doctor doesn't mean everything. And, okay, Keegan in the chat, JBLs, you can get some good JBLs for like $50-$70. They're not more expensive necessarily.
I got these Sonys for like $40, $50.
These cans I'm wearing, $45. Better quality than Beats. So,
yeah.
You know what? Joe, do you have a response to this? Because Dan might have swayed me here.
Could I interest you in these Beats by Dre show picture image? There's a lot of things that go into headset design, as well as how you can sell them. So it's not just the name, but with Dr. Dre, you get. I mean, you can have the pill. They have a variety of products. I mean, same with Sony and other people, but some people just specify into just headphones.
Objection. They're all terrible. They're all overpriced.
Order in the court. Order in the court. Objection is sustained.
What is it?
Sustained. It's sustained, guys. It took me a while to think about it. I'll sustain it. We're not talking about overpriced headphones. We're talking about Eminem versus Dr. Dre. Stick to the facts, Joe.
All right. Well, gonna need an IV for this one. So,
I like that segue. Bonus points for that segue.
even though Eminem may have created beats, even further beyond the partnership with Dr. Dre, I believe it was also another interview I had viewed that Dr. Dre had brought Eminem into the studio, and he was like, "Go in there and see what you can do." And he plays a beat for him, and Eminem starts the "My name is what? My name is who?" And that was a beat that Dr. Dre had created.
He
And
did
he was-
that Chicka Chicka Slim
Right,
Shady.
exactly.
Dr.
And-
Dre wrote that.
No. So Eminem was brought into the booth, and off of his mental, he had put that to the beat that Dre had created. So imagine going into the booth and being like, "Oh shit, Eminem, you got something. Marshall, you got something." I mean, from an origin,
Wait, hold on. Eminem's real name. What is it?
I think it's Marshall Mathers. Am I wrong?
That sounds right, Marshall Mathers.
That is correct.
We're gonna have to take points off Eminem for the name alone. Come on, this is real name.
I mean, what do you think his favorite Eminem is?
It's Eminem. That's where he gets the name from. MM.
All right, are you guys ready
does
for
he- But does he like the green Eminem?
Are you guys ready for closing statements?
Before the change.
That's it.
What was that?
Before the change, that was his favorite Eminem.
Oh no, Joe asked if he liked the green M&M, and I said before the change.
They changed the flavors of M&Ms.
They didn't change the flavor;
No.
they changed the look of the M&M.
The marketing, the look of
Oh,
the character.
the sexy Eminem guys.
Yes.
All right, I'll allow it. Okay, Dan, start us off with a closing argument.
I would love to, just for consistency. Shouldn't Joe go first?
I can.
Joe will go first. Thank you for reminding me about what a good judge I am, Dan.
Absolutely.
And allowing me to correct myself like this. I don't feel bad about it. You know, in fact, I'm bemused. I'm bemused. Continue, Joe. Closing arguments.
All right, with Dr. Dre, he did start in NWA, and then go on further to pursue his solo rap career, launch other rap careers. Not just with Eminem, but other people.
Sorry, I had a call like a crow. Hold on. Order in the court. Order in the court. Call. Okay, continue.
Call. As history goes on, Dre is almost like a wine. He becomes sweeter and sweeter as time goes on. Even with the single of "I Need a Doctor," where it almost relaunched Eminem's career again, and also Dre's career again, just because they are such a power couple. With Dr. Dre, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2016 for being in NWA, because of how much of a strong group that was, and then went later on to perform in the Super Bowl, I think, with Kendrick Lamar and a bunch of other people. That was actually I think that's coming this year. So Dre has stood the test of time, and a lot of people love him, are fans of him, and continue to be fans of the Doctor.
Nicely put. You know, I feel like you've struggled in this case in some areas, but that closing statement, Joe, it was the strongest thing you've said this whole case. Dan.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Are you ready for your closing
Yes, Your
argument?
Honor.
Proceed.
To go with it, first, the Super Bowl halftime show that my opponent is talking about has already happened, and Eminem was also in that show, making a an appearance as well. Eminem, if anyone, is revitalizing any career at this point and making anyone popular at this point. That or Snoop Dogg, was probably more of the influence that people were remembering in that halftime show. But I'll just leave it on, the words of Eminem himself. This looks like a job for me, so everybody follow me, because we need a little controversy, because it feels so empty without me.
Dude, I bought that album from the Best Buy in Crestwood when it came out.
Objection.
They didn't even care that I was not old enough, so that's a plus. Okay, hold on.
Because it was that good of an album, they wanted to separate it out.
What is your objection? What's your objection, Joe?
It was a joke, because you were just trying to bring a personal story into.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we're gonna get this poll going. You guys could vote. Who wins? Eminem.
Who's next? You decide.
Epic rap battles of history.
Rap battles of history.
I'm glad the reference was good.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, vote now, and I ask you, once again, use your brain. Listen to the facts. You've heard both sides of the argument. I mean, I don't know how many more facts or pieces of evidence you could possibly need. But vote now. And don't be swayed by other jurors, okay? Listen to your heart, soul. Listen deep inside your body. And the truth will prevail like a wet shit after Buffalo Wild Wings.
Amen to that.
Foxman Rocker, you must vote as a member of the beloved jury. Are they beloved? I guess so. You must vote.
The
You
chat
must
is beloved.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're there against their will, really.
You. My favorite part about this whole case, Joe was talking about that halftime show, and Eminem was part of it too.
I didn't mention it on purpose.
I know, but then Dan, he caught it. He knew.
I lost my notebook. I'm using my bills over here to take notes.
You're writing on your bills? Hey, that's what court's all about. That's what Krow Kourt's all about. Write on your bills.
This is more important than bills.
Yeah, this is how you pay your bills.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you have not voted, now is the time. Cast your votes. Yeah, got a couple seconds left. So far, it's looking like Eminem wins this.
I was gonna say it better be Eminem. I mean, it better be Dr. Dre.
It better be Eminem. Oh my God, that's some lawyering there, Joe. It better be Eminem.
Reverse psychology.
And it looks like the jury finds in favor of Eminem. Eminem wins.
Everybody's racist.
Joe, you're in jail, my friend. Oof. You're lawyering. I guess it left a little too much to be desired from the jury/chat. Joe is now in jail.
Oh, there you go. Almost had it. There.
This was good. This is a good show. Krow Kourt is a good show. Do you guys want to do one more argument?
Sure.
I got one more in me.
We got one more argument, chat. Jury, if you're still down to hear one more argument from these guys, add a prediction before the case starts. That's not a bad idea. Well, that's too much voting.
Can we have a reroll option for this last one, just in case?
Reroll? What do you mean?
Just in case we don't know it.
Oh yeah, no, I can spin it. Okay, I can spin it again. We'll do one more case here in Krow Kourt tonight. And guys, if you got more ideas for future episodes of Krow Kourt, put it in the Discord. Here we
Yeah,
go.
make sure it's against like 4 different topics though.
No,
they
two-
don't have to be
two
related.
choices.
One.
Something versus something else. You know, just two choices. We
Just
don't
make
need
sure it's.
we don't need Joe's triple threats.
Yeah,
That's why
can
I'm
we
in
actually-
jail. That's why I'm in jail.
Can we wildcard this into a Joe triple threat?
All right, let's spin the wheel, huh? Hold on. How do I touch it?
Wait, oh.
All right, we're gonna spin. It's definitely spinning the wrong way, isn't it?
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but it looks like it's the right way for how fast it does in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dan has to.
We're opposite people.
Yeah, this is perfect.
I forgot that was an option.
Me too. This is perfect.
Joe versus Dan.
If there was anything that could be better suited for this.
Oh my God.
Might as well play the intro again one more time.
Yeah.
Run it back. Oh, I gotta think up points. I gotta think up facts.
What are the chances? I got like fucking 26 topics on this wheel. I did not think it would land on Joe versus Dan. Well, Joe versus Dan were the lawyers. Are we gonna take a quick piss break here, Joe?
I would
Or-
actually love that.
All right, hold
Yeah.
on, guys.
we can do that.
We'll take a quick piss break. We'll be back with Joe versus Dan. Stay in the chat /jury. Enjoy the song. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we have returned for the Joe versus Dan argument. And it looks like Joe has tapped out and has been replaced by junior consultant Wasuji 2, spelled wrong. Hold on, you're still in jail. Okay, hold on.
It's like Waluigi.
Who saw this coming? We got a twist. Wasuji 2, welcome to Krow Kourt.
Yeah, I was being told Joe couldn't be here, so I thought I'd be here.
You sounded exactly how I thought Wasuji 2 would sound. I love it. Okay.
I love your channel, by the way.
Strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, they're about to make their opening statements, and I want you to take everything that they say. I want you to rip it apart in the chat /jury, and I want you to think about the facts. I want you to think about the truth, you know? There might be a lot of personal bias here. Look past that and just stick to the facts, because we're arguing who's better, Joe versus Dan. Dan, are you ready to make your opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. I'm gonna go, 3 for 3 here with statistics leading off. Joe is just pound for pound the mightier person versus Dan. The amount of game knowledge, the amount of game completion, the amount of game onages, just to state for the gaming alone, it is vastly in Joe's favor. Not even like numbers aren't even, I can't even think of words. That's how wide the gap is. When it comes to education, Joe's gaining his master's. Dan has not. Joe is continuing that education. Joe is working for the NSA. Dan is not even. He's working maybe out of a cardboard box at best. I just think Joe's creativity, constant drive, and self-worth is just too far out there, too exceeding. It's breaking all of the barriers: glass, steel, titanium. There's nothing that can hold back Joe. He's an overall great guy. I think that honestly, as much as Wasuji 2 deserves the respect of an argument, I think that the argument should just end here, that Joe is just an all-around better guy.
Okay, big opening statement from Dan here. Wasuji 2, spelled wrong.
Oh, Your Honor, All right. From what Joe's told me in the back room, it was just real quick. But I mean, this guy, he's a giant. He's fucking tall, man. He
Wait,
is
how
huge.
tall is Dan? How tall is he?
I've been told repeatedly that he's just fun size, but I think he was around 6'2" or 6'1", something around there. But there's more to him than just his height. It's crossed all of.
Objection. Falsehood of facts.
A falsehood of facts. Do you have contradictory facts here?
Yeah, Dan is not 6'1" or 6'2".
How tall is Dan?
Dan is like 6'6", 6'7".
6'6", 6'7". Wasuji too.
I'm
Watch
just
it,
getting this-
Mister.
I'm
Watch
just
it,
getting this
Mister.
information from Joe. He's giving
Stick
me all
to
the
the
wrong
facts,
shit.
pal. No misinformation in this trial. This isn't America. This is Krow Kourt, pal. All right.
Crowtopia.
I'm new here. I'm sorry.
Dan is 6'6/6'7", maybe. Continue.
But all things considered, Dan is just a knockout type of guy. He's got the dark humor. He's got things that'll make you laugh, things that'll make him laugh. You see it all from all different types of angles. It may be the worst day he could ever have, and Dan is there to make you laugh, to make something from that darkness a little bit brighter.
You know, it's true. One day it was his own funeral, and Dan made me laugh that whole goddamn day. Pretty funny. Continue.
He puts the fun in funeral.
I like that a lot. Continue.
But
And that's it. Okay.
more on Dan. His stature, although he could always tell you what the weather's like from all the way up there, but he's got something more than just that golden red hair. He's got this flame in his heart. He's a warm person all around.
He does run pretty hot. He's always got to turn on the AC or a fan. True. Okay. Guys, a lot of compliments have been spoken in these opening statements. Keegan says Dan is a great dude, but he's also a Naruto fan. Interesting.
I would like to say also is
So
Joe.
is Joe. Yeah. Okay. Castro says he has evidence of Dan. Submitted the evidence, Castro. I'd like to see this. DM me, text me. Dan,
Yes.
you're arguing that Joe is better than Dan.
I don't think it's an argument, honestly. I think it's just facts. And like you said in the previous case, we're not here for anything but the facts. And Joe's over here trying to be a nice guy. Joe's assistant's over here trying to be a nice guy, giving us heartwarming, emotional stories. But that's all they are, is just heartwarming, emotional stories where I'm giving you the facts. Joe's education is higher. His creativity is higher. His overall skill level is higher. May I bring something into evidence?
Yes. Submit it into evidence.
This picture behind me right there. Oh, wait. Right there.
Okay.
Joe
yeah.
drew this.
Joe drew that?
Joe drew that. Very talented. It's difficult to see, angled on the wall there, but very detailed, very skillfully done. He did it for me for free, just out of the goodness out of his heart. Joe has bought me comics. The My Psycho Bob here. We went to a comic book shop, and I said, "Oh, hey, that looks pretty interesting." And Joe was like, "Oh yeah, it does." Bought it. Didn't say it was for me, and then on our walk back, handed it to me and said, "Here you go, have a present." So
That's pretty nice. That's pretty motherfucking nice, dude.
That's what I'm saying. So just on top of Joe's superior creativity, superior education, superior just overall talent and skill, he's just an all-around nice guy. He can grow a better beard than I can. He skateboards, he pickleballs, he throws axes at boards. He's an Eagle Scout. There's too many things for me to list in this one episode. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. It's a pretty strong argument here, but I have to submit into evidence here a text from Big C Chris Castro. It says, Dan has saved my life and led me to wins, ... ellipsis, in Hunt Showdown. I trust Dan with my life, ... in video games. Here is the text from Castro. I don't know if you can see it.
I'm gonna bounce off that, mate.
Wasuji 2, yes. Counter argument, go.
Can we go with the game knowledge?
Gaming
Joe-
knowledge, yes.
Joe may have this extensive type of thing, but he's just a jackass anyway. This guy, Dan, he knows how to survive in multiplayer games. He has created the evasion tactics book in both the Forest and Hunt Showdown. This man can get out of any type of hairy or pickly situation.
Could he get out of a jam?
I mean, he has unjammed some people that have been jammed up.
Okay, unjammed. Wow. Dan.
Yes.
Wasuji, Wasuji 2 argues that Dan is great at multiplayer video games. Do you have a rebuttal?
I would say he's not. I would say that he's been playing Hunt Showdown for months now. I think, almost a year. He still doesn't have a 1 KDA. He's still struggling to get that. It's, it's like he's not even close. But he's trying his hardest. That's the sad thing. When it comes to evasion techniques, it's out of fear. It's not out of skill. And if you look at the VODs, who do you see killing the boss? Who do you see killing the enemy? It's Joe. So Dan may be a better evader, but Joe's a better killer. And what do you want in a video game? A better evader or a better killer? Joe is a versatile gamer from classic to newfound games. Just like, again, let's look at the stats. Joe owns 371 games just on Steam alone. That's not counting the Wii. That's not counting the Switch.
He has
Well,
no life.
hold on.
PlayStation systems.
Order in the courts. Ha! Digital gavel. How many games?
Just on Steam alone, 371.
Oh, hold on a second. So I'm going to check how many Steam games I got, pal. How about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't have to do the dick comparison now.
Hold on. I only have 178 games on Steam.
Exactly. You see what I mean?
Okay.
This
I'll allow
idiot, he either wastes money or he knows he's never gonna have time for this shit.
He has more than you and I have combined. And that's not even counting, like I was mentioning, all of his console games, all of the games potentially on Epic Games, other forms, CD-ROM games, games on his phone. He's a master of many. It's not the, jack of all trades, master of none. He's a master of many. He's completed these games. He is the wide variety of these games. And that's not to say the least. I mean, he can code. He can, to go along with the art. He's both the ones and zeros binary, but also the creativity, arts brain. He has it all. He's a well-rounded individual.
People do call him Mr. Ones and Zeros. I've heard it. I've heard people call Joe Mr. Ones and Zeros. Wasuji too. This is groundbreaking stuff here. Dan has provided evidence that Joe has so many goddamn video games. Wasuji too. What counter argument can you make for Dan?
From Joe back there in the little break room we got back there, he was telling me Dan started something that he never thought was imaginable. And with that, even from high school, we had a limited window knowing each other there. I mean, it might have been some velociraptor chasing or other things like that. But now this was for cross country for practice. But
hold on. Order the goddamn court. Order him the fucking Krow Kourt. Oh, what is this velociraptor chasing?
There was a time Joe was a little bit slower in practice, where Dan, of course, being the taller man, the longer legs, him and another person named Paul, they would see me slowly, or Joe slowly jogging, and they would be hiding behind trees, and then they'd start chasing after me almost to get
Wait.
Joe moving faster.
We would give Joe a head start of about a minute to 2 minutes, and then we would chase him down like velociraptors.
Okay, so it's exactly what I thought it was. All right,
Yes.
continue, Wasuji too.
Further down in Joe's history, it started not with a game that he had in mind, but with what Dan had in mind, and this is where it spawned this online community of friendship. It all started with Dark Souls 2. He was like, "Hey, Joe, do you want to play some video game that might be really fucking hard or some shit?" And he was like, "Sure, let's do it. Let's go." Because he's got the gamer mentality, but Dan started it all.
Sure, let's do it. Let's go.
So who's the true gamer here? The one that can get some friends together, or the one that owns a bunch of games?
That is you know what? I did not know where you're going with this, but you've reached the end of a very thoughtful idea there. What makes a true gamer? Jury, that's up for you to decide. Dan,
Yes.
are you ready for your closing statements?
I am, Your Honor.
Wasuji too, are you ready for your closing statements?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
All right, Dan, start us off.
I'm gonna go back to where I began. You know, Joe is the alpha and the omega. He's the beginning and the end. He's the constant that someone needs in their life. You can count on him from being there. Maybe not past 2 a.m. He's a tired man, but he's a busy man, and I don't fault him for that in the slightest, because he needs to sleep to give his utmost dedication and care to those he loves. He's a family man. He's a friends man. He's a gaming man. He's a creative man. He's who women want to be with. He's who men strive to be in fear that is going to take their significant other, man or woman. It's honestly no contest. There's a reason Dan's streaming name is Just Your Average Dan. Joe's a master of many. Dan's average at best.
Average at best. Wow. Strong words, especially considering they're about yourself. Wasuchi too, are you ready for your closing argument as to why Dan is better than Joe?
Absolutely, Your Honor. See, the thing with Dan is there's a lot of different avenues that you could analyze this. There's a lot of different ways you could see it. But Joe doesn't have anything that, Dan may not already have. He's got the friendship with Joe. He's a
Objection. Joe has that cool Lego head in the back of his screen.
Oh, that's just something stupid that he might have bought somewhere. That's stupid.
It's cool, Lego head.
Overruled. I don't think Lego head is cool. Continue, Wasuji too.
But Dan may say that he's just fun-sized. It's more than fun. It's more than fun. It's an eternal bond. There's a fire in his soul that continues to burn to bring
Objection.
people
Dan
together.
is red hair. He doesn't have a soul.
Whoa.
This is a good point. Dan does have red hair.
Does hair always define soul or soulless?
Yes.
I'm gonna let the jury decide that, pal. Wasuji too, are you finished with your closing argument?
We'll end it with that.
We'll end it right here. All right, we're gonna put up a poll, jury/chat. It's time to cast your votes. Who is better Joe or Dan? Dan argued on behalf of Joe, and Wasuji 2, spelled wrong, argued on behalf of Dan. But it's up to you, chat. Decide who wins. Which one of these lawyers will be sent to jail? Will it be the dapper Dan, who's dressed so nicely, or will it be the very emo, hair-flipping Wasuji 2, spelled wrong, who Joe has hired to take this case? I don't know. Cast your votes now, chat. This was pretty interesting, guys.
The odds of this happening.
Wait, what are the odds that Joe versus Dan would be a topic while Joe and Dan were the guest lawyers?
I have a question.
It
Yes.
be rigged.
Are you removing any of these topics? So can someone get Joe versus Dan or Goosebumps versus Animorphs again?
I'll probably remove the topics, once they've been argued. I could leave in Joe versus Dan, though.
Leave in Joe versus Dan just because it's hysterical and Joe should win every time.
Oh, man. Chat, cast your votes now. Who wins?
If there's one thing I can do, it's talk shit about myself.
Keegan says some redheads are daywalkers or fire crotches and not gingers.
Hey, he could have rebutted. He didn't.
Hey, daywalkers. They're real. Fighter
Now, if
of
this
the
was
night
bird law,
walker.
it wouldn't even be a close competition.
Now, a bird topic would be great. And once again, guys, join the Discord. Leave your topics for future Krow Kourt episodes. What you want to see argued in the section called Krow Kourt Topics. This show's just starting out. I think we had a great first episode here.
Big Bird versus the Roadrunner.
That's a terrible topic. Big Bird versus Roadrunner? Oh my god.
Bird law.
Okay, it looks like we got our final vote here. And it looks like Joe has won. Which means Dan has won. Wasuji 2's in jail. Dan has won. Wow. The jury / chat has spoken. And, you guys argued a hell of a case. A lot of compliments in this one. Mostly compliments.
I mean, Joe deserves them. He's a fantastic human being. It was
Well,
a shame he
Suji-
couldn't be here.
Wasuji 2, you look so at home behind those bars.
He was born behind the bars.
I might have to film my next music video in here.
You were born in jail? Is that true to your lore?
We merely adopted them.
No, I was born in Cottingham.
Objection, Castro. I didn't fabricate beer numbers. They were facts.
Castro says, I voted Joe because he doesn't fabricate beer numbers. But by voting Joe, you voted for Dan, Joe's lawyer. Yeah, Shabadab.
We're friends. Why can't you just accept the fact that I drank well? I wasn't going against you. I was just going to drink a lot. It wasn't anything against you personally.
It's amazing that we still have arguments over the drunk birdie beer record, but hey, that's another crazy show. There's going to be another episode this month. I'm working on booking it now. Guys in the chat, thank you for joining us for Krow Kourt. Should we play a game? You guys want a game here?
Yeah, just I need to take off my lawyer attire.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a piss break, and
I'm gonna go get Joe.
Yeah, go get Joe Wasuji too, and we're gonna be back with a game. There'll be more Krow Kourt in the future. If you want to be a guest lawyer, let me know. We'll set it up. We're gonna switch to a game. We'll be right back.